Hi everybody, Dr. Lena here with another standing low back and hip stretching routine. All you need for this is a chair. You can do it in bare feet, you can do it in shoes. I'm gonna be using the back of the chair, which is what I normally recommend, unless you're extremely flexible, and then you can turn it around and use the seat. So we're gonna start off with your basic lengthener. So your feet, your toes pointing straight in front of you, your feet about hips width apart, and really I'm about 2.5 feet from the chair. So all that you're gonna do is you're just gonna use the chair for support. So I'm not gonna grab onto it too hard. It's just really there to help my arms relax. And then from here, I'm just gonna relax my lower back as I start to shift my weight into my heels. So my knees are soft, which is allowing my entire pelvis to start moving backwards as I shift my weight into my heels. You can see hopefully that my spine stays straight, so I'm not rounding at all. My knees are soft. I'm shifting my weight into my heels as if someone is the pockets of my pants and they're pulling them back and upwards. So we're just gonna hold on here, taking a few deep breaths, really feeling that stretch going up the back of my legs and in through my hips. And from here, if you want, you can just very gently rock side to side as you keeping your weight in your heels. So my weight's going to my right heel and then my left heel. Nice deep breaths, getting a really good stretch. And then from here, all that we're gonna do is we're gonna come up and we're gonna take 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. So my left foot is forward, my right foot is back. They're still hips width apart. My toes are pointing forward and I'm going to bend my front knee. If you can't keep your back heel on the ground, that's fine. But if you can, you'll get a nice deep calf stretch, which is a really important thing for low back pain, to keep our calves nice and relaxed. So from here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be bending forward and back. So much of my weight is gonna be on the heel of the front foot. And so as I'm bending my body forward and back, I'm gonna bend it forward and back like a door. So I'm not rounding, I'm just gonna be coming back and forth like this. Just back and forth, my hands are just there, just to support me. And again, it's as if someone is pulling this hip back, which is causing my head to come down like a lever, and then I'm coming back up. A couple more. So it's as if someone's pulling this backwards while my head extends forward. You should feel a nice stretch all through this buttock and the back of this hamstring and into the lower back. So we're just gonna come forward a few more times, just 2 more. So we're gonna come forward, we're gonna come back up, and we're gonna do 1 more. So this time we're gonna hold it down there for a few minutes. So I'm lengthening out the top of my head, my shoulders are staying relaxed, no tensions building in my upper back, but I can really feel the tension pulling in through this front leg. We're gonna come back up, we're gonna switch sides. So the right leg forward, you should really feel a difference between your 2 sides now. Both toes pointing straight ahead, hips width apart, front knee is bent, back heel's down if you can. We're gonna take a few deep breaths here, rolling our shoulders and just relaxing, and then we're gonna start our bending. So coming forward and going back up. Again, really feeling like much of the weight is in the right heel as the right buttock is pulling backwards, which is causing my body to come forward. So it's as if someone has grabbed a rope, pulling backwards. Front of my body's coming forward. I can really feel that in my right hamstring. If you do this enough, you'll really notice which one of your hamstrings is tighter. We're just gonna do that a few more times, coming forward, going back up. And then the last one, we're just gonna hold. So I'm gonna have you come down here, really feeling that, keeping your body nice and straight and relaxed, feeling it in the right hamstring. As you're really feeling this lengthen up, a few deep breaths, come on back and just shake it out. And so then from here, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up and I'm gonna have you cross one of your ankles on just above the knee. So if you can, I'm gonna have you take your left ankle just above your right knee. Don't worry too much if this knee wants to stay forward or go back. Just make sure it's super comfortable. And then I'm gonna really let my weight fall back into my right heel as again, I lean forward slightly and really feel the stretch in through this hip and the standing leg. If you want to increase the stretch, you can walk your hands both out to the right, so my body's more on an angle, bending towards this front foot. Taking a few deep breaths. Coming back up, and we're gonna switch sides. So now we're just gonna cross the right leg over the left knee. My weight's going into the left heel as my right knee opens slightly. Really feeling this stretch. Again, if you'd like, you can walk over so that your body's more on an angle, leaning towards your foot. That makes it a little bit more of an advanced stretch. Taking a nice big breath. Really stretching out that right hip, feeling the weight settle down in through my left heel. Then I'm gonna have you come up, and I'm gonna have you step really, really wide. So just as wide as you're comfortable. You might wanna take a step back because we're gonna do a lengthener, a really wide lengthener now. So I'm gonna have you let your heels really take a lot of the weight as your knees soften. And I'm gonna let you let your wrists and your hands just hang out on your chair as you let your chest fall through with your weight going into your heels, feeling this all the way up your back and your buttocks and your hamstrings and even into the front of your chest. So keeping your shoulders relaxed, taking a few deep breaths. Last one. Coming back up, shaking it out. Now you can get back to your day. So I hope you like that routine. It's one of our patients' favorites. If you'd like to see more routines like that, please let me know in the comments below or anything else you have questions about when it comes to your posture or your spinal health. And other than that, I hope you have a great day.